Hi, I'm Drew Jablonowski with Garage Gurus. We're here in our training center in Detroit, Michigan. Behind me, I got a 2016 Chevy Traverse. A shop brought it to me because they've replaced a catalytic converter on it multiple times. It has a Bank 1 catalytic converter efficiency code, and it also has a rear fuel trimming code. So I thought this was a great example of a vehicle to use for a tech tip. Now, the rear fuel trimming, it's not a code that we see all the time. What's happening there is the rear oxygen sensor isn't really meeting its target value. So the ECM or PCM is seeing that, and it's saying, all right, we're not hitting their target value. We need to try to keep this catalytic converter at its peak efficiency. So let's go ahead and start fuel trimming off of, or adjusting the fuel trim off of the rear oxygen sensor versus the upstream oxygen sensor. So I've gone ahead and I've looked at all the calibrations for the PCM, ECM, and I went ahead and checked the fuel trims, checked the PID list, see if there's anything that stands out. And there isn't. So what I've got in my hand is I have a thermal imager. This one's made by Fleer. There's multiple manufacturers out there. I smoked the exhaust and I couldn't find anything, right? I know this has an exhaust leak. I couldn't find one. So it's got to be small. It's a pinhole. I've tried those soap and water. What I'm going to use now is I'm going to use this thermal imager to see if we can go ahead and locate that exhaust leak. So let's go ahead and throw the safety glasses on and take a look. So here you can see we're taking that thermal imager and we just want to scan all of the exhaust, and we're looking for some hot spots here. So that way we can identify the exhaust coming out, and everything looks good here. But when you come up towards the front of the exhaust, you know, we're checking it out here. Look at that. Oh, did you catch it? You can actually see there's two hot spots right there where it looks like we've actually rusted through. Wow, so how cool is that, right? We were able to use that thermal imager and find two small leaks. We smoked it, couldn't see the smoke coming out, and we used soap and water. We really couldn't find the soap and water, you know, seeing any bubbles come up. And those leaks actually look fairly large when we look at it at the thermal imager. And sure enough, I can't see them with my naked eye. Just shows how that heat really shows up well. One of the things I wanted to point out, you know, we've got this Y pipe here, is those leaks are actually coming, you know, right in this area right here. We get these two leaks. But look where this downstream oxygen sensor is, right? The leaks are actually happening behind the downstream oxygen, just showing you that that air, you know, goes 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of a thing, and it's drawing that fresh air in and it's bringing it back across that oxygen sensor, giving us that downstream fuel trim code, right? So unfortunately, a couple catalytic converters went on here that weren't needed, but we ended up finding the root problem using a thermal imager and some good old fashioned knowledge, and sure enough, it worked out well. We'll get this put back together with this new Y pipe, and we'll get it back to the customers. My name is Drew Jablonowski with Garage Gurus. For more tech tips like this, check us out on YouTube, or you can visit our website at garagegurus.tech. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.